Subscribe to LearnCab and hit the bell icon to get notified.
Welcome back, my dear learner. Let us look at another question, which is a very simple one on calculating the eligibility of service export from India scheme. So, I'll read the question. You will have to read together with me. XYZ Company Limited, Delhi, with an active IEC. The reason, if you remember our discussion on SEIS, we said a person who wanted to opt for this reward scheme needs to have an active import-export code with them. So, import-export code recap is this. We said import-export code is everybody who's doing an import or export unless otherwise specified, needs to have an IE code. So, one of those persons who need not have an IE code is someone who is importing and exporting service. So, in service cases, in one case they need to have an IE code. Which will be that case? That is when they are asking for a reward scheme under service export from India schemes. So, active IEC is a precondition for availing the scheme. So, he is satisfying that. So, XYZ Company Limited, Delhi, with an active IEC has provided research and development service on natural science. And look at the start, they have said the natural science has notified for availing benefit under service export from India schemes to a US based company. Okay, so that is okay, it's an export of service and all that is fine. It has earned net foreign exchange to the tune of $14,000 in the year of rendering service. Can XYZ Company Limited avail the benefit of SEIS scheme with respect to service provided by it? If you remember, the condition for availing SEIS scheme service provider needs to have minimum net foreign exchange earnings of, if is an individual or sole proprietor, $10,000 or other persons $15,000 in the year of rendering service. Now let us look at in our question whether the service provider is an individual sole proprietor or otherwise. XYZ Company Limited is a service provider in our question, which means it is not an individual or sole proprietor, it is other, which means they need to have net foreign exchange earnings of 15,000 minimum to avail this particular scheme. Since XYZ Limited is having net foreign exchange earnings less than $15,000, they are not eligible for SEIS scheme. This is the conclusion. They have only $14,000. They need to minimum have 15,000. But if they were an individual, $10,000 would have been fine. And 14,000 they have, they are eligible for the scheme. So in this particular case, they are not eligible because their net foreign exchange earnings does not satisfy the minimum net foreign exchange earnings condition in the year of rendering service. So we'll go to another question. Thank you.
Subscribe to LearnCab and hit the bell icon to get notified.